David here, Weekly Wheeler. Today is 7th of December, Friday, 5:15 in the evening. Market's still open, live at the moment. We're looking at the May contract 2019, and we've got the yearly chart with monthly candles in front of us, long-term view, and we can clearly see that we have a swing low in place here from last month at 170. Tonight's close looking at coming in at 176.75. All the moving averages are pointing up at the moment. We've got them all in the right direction. We've got the 10, the green line here, the blue line is 30, and we've got the 60, one above that at the moment, coming at 140. Where are we on the recovery stage at the moment? The high here was 230 and the low was 100. That's in the last 5 years. Let's pop into the Pro Real Time and pull this up on here and put a Fibonacci over the top of it. And if you can see here, we've got the high here of 230 and the low coming at 100. So the midway point comes at 165. That's the 50% retracement, which comes in here. And we're looking at 61% retracement comes in 180. So that would be a natural choice for us to go up and test that level and see whether that holds or not. So that would be my target. If we pop down into the weekly chart on the Pro Real Time here, you can see that we came down from a high this year of just under the 200, this on the May contract, hit a low here and are now recovering here to go back and look for a test of this 180. Pop down in the daily and we'll have a look back on the normal charts. Just get rid of the Pro Real Time and switch back over. Pop down into here. This is our monthly, which we normally look at. We can see we're forming green on here. And this is the daily contract, and you can see here that as of tonight we're now coming up to test the 60 SMA, which you always keep an eye on. I keep an eye on for a long-term trend basis to see if we get a test here above this, and then naturally above that we can identify this 180 as a level that we'd like to see tested. You can see back here back in October, November, this went up above, the market went up above that. Failed to test it twice here when putting my mouse over here, and then we failed and came all the way back down. So we're now coming looking for a test to come up and test it again. So we're looking possibly next week as a £4 a ton rise. We've got the stochastics following in a tune at the present moment, not quite coming back into oversold, but we've got momentum there at the present moment. Pop down into the clear daily here and we can see that crossing over here, now coming up to test this 60 SMA. So yeah, looks the long-term trend is holding, and we seem to have got a bit of a base in place here, which we've been looking for, and we're coming up to test, we're above the 10 SMA, the short term, and we're coming up to test the 10 SMA. Now we're popped into the new crop contract, and we can see last week we were at 158, and we were looking for a test to go up to 160 to test the 60 SMA. This has happened during last week, so we now look for a break of the 60 SMA. As you can see here, back in beginning of October, we came up to test it and we failed, and then we went straight down £10 a ton, over £10 a ton to test this low 152. So crucial this week, next week, that we have a test of this 60 SMA and see whether it's broken. So that'll be interesting next Friday. First level you'll be looking for 662, but we seem to put a bit of a base in at the present moment and are having a swing back over. Stochastics are getting to look locked in, so that's giving them momentum. Just pop down in the final chart. This is clear, you can see this here quite easily, and we've got a little bit of a short-term trend going on since the middle of November, back above the two short-term SMA here, the 10 and 30. So crucial next week, both on the old crop and new crop, that we look for a test and a possible break of the 60 SMA. So I'll put an uptime we'll put an update this time next week and see whether we can get a rally into the end of the year. Thanks for watching.